Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to read one or two more topics from this book. Voice Your Choice. Ethics from Epics. Kamsa Ness versus Krishna Ness. Comes personified cruelty, a defining characteristic that is stemmed from his innate and deep-rooted fear of losing power. He was known to strike terror in people's hearts and wreak great havoc. Always a ruthless emperor, Kamsa destroyed anyone he considered competition, and on being informed that the son of Vasudev and Devaki would be the cause of his death, the extent of his cruelty knew no bounds, so much so that even newborn infants were not spared, all because he was consumed by the fear that he would be rendered irrelevant by death. This fear runs deep within the hearts of autocratic leaders. Tyrannical figures of authority don't just spread physical violence, but mental, intellectual, and verbal violence as well, all of which springs from their inherent stubbornness. By means of selective vision, they choose to ignore the legacy of change. Instead, they attempt to be a permanent legacy themselves. They believe that they can break the laws of the past, present, and future, and thereby they create a present that benefits them exclusively. Their reign of tyranny lasts until they themselves face a cruel death, for only a fitting, gruesome death terminates their saga of viciousness. Gruesome is not necessarily violent. Violence is that which is persistent in their system, born out of their obsession to permanently stay in power. But this is synthetic and goes against the laws of nature. Nature cannot abide by such behavior in man. If we do not move with grace, she disgraces us. Kamsa symbolizes incompleteness or deficiency. In Sanskrit, Kamsa means bracket, which is not a complete circle, hence, not fully integrated. Krishna is full, complete, and he teaches us the art of assimilating everything. Death is just a part of this creation, and perhaps as important as life, because it is only another facet of time. It is that which helps us move on so that others can take our place, allowing time to perform its duty without hindrance. This Kamsa Ness has to be fought and Krishna Ness has to be sought. Only then will be free of the irrational fear of becoming irrelevant. We will understand that we have a role to play elsewhere. Consider the events that unfold in the lifespan of human being. He begins life as a student, and when he passes out of school, the same student becomes irrelevant to the institution, but goes on to play the role of a higher education student in college, which in return he must give up when he joins the workforce. Towards the end of his career, his professional role diminishes as old age takes over, and one day he dies only to move on to the next level. Moving on is inevitable and permanent, but try to hold on to one place is comes a hood, which Krishna does not allow. Krishna ensures that the wheel of life is in constant motion. As soon as he senses an obstacle, he clears it, just as he eliminated Kamsa and many others so that life could continue to flow unhindered. Next topic is walking the tightrope. Lord Krishna plays a flute to enchant and wields a stick to discipline. He bears a Sudarshan chakra in one hand to slice through a dharma and a lotus in the other, to infuse faith in those mired in misery. Life is an interplay of law and love. There is both a Duryodhan and a Yudhishthir within each of us. When the Duryodhan in us rears his head in arrogance, we see the chakra of life inexorably head towards us, cutting us down to size. This is Krishna's chakra or stick putting us in our place. And when the Yudhishthir in us gains the upper hand, we receive reassurance from the lotus and hear Krishna's flute wrap us in a melody, and harmony reigns supreme. But we are by nature conflicting personalities, so we need a blend of both love that gives us confidence and the law that makes us disciplined. Love without the essential stringency of discipline pampers and spoils us. And law without the gentle nurturing of love brings about uninhibited death and destruction. This then forms the quintessential core of real governance, care, and carefulness. And it is what Hinduism definitively represents, a balance between punishment and pure affection. Thank you so much, friends, for listening these topics. If you are liking, please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Bye. Take care.